Well, good morning. Happy Monday. It's Anne Murphy here from Making It Like a Mother. Welcome to this week's weekly live and the second in my series of Marketing Your Business. And today is all about Instagram. Is Instagram where you should be focusing all your marketing efforts? Do you know about Instagram? Is your target market hanging out on Instagram? Well, today I'm going to be sharing a slideshow presentation similar to what I did last week with Facebook, with all the latest statistics and information about how you can get the most out of the platform. I could have spent hours going through all the different features of Instagram and the intricacies of how it all works, but I wanted to just do a quick overview for you today, and some interesting statistics popped up which I wasn't quite aware of. So it's good always to do your homework on these things. Just because it might seem trendy or fashionable that everyone's on Instagram, maybe it's not for you or your business, but maybe it is. So I'll just jump straight into the presentation, but first just let me check that I am in the group. I like to do this before wasting anyone's time in my personal feed. They'll be wondering, what the heck am I talking about? I am trusting StreamYard more than what I am Facebook these days. So, yeah, I'm in there. So I do prefer StreamYard for my weekly lives or going live on Facebook. So if you want to know about StreamYard, just pop a message, pop a post in. It's free and it's easy to use. So let's just go to the slideshow. Let's see. Pardon me for coughing. So I'll just let me double check that that's come up on the screen. Kind of forgot what I did last week, but hopefully it will be okay. Yep, looks good. All right, let's go. Marketing your business, Instagram. So as at January 2021, Instagram had dropped to 5th spot in the worldwide rankings behind Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger with 1.2 billion monthly active users. Now, this surprised me because it was probably only about 6 months ago, I suppose, that I saw that it was second to Facebook. So it just goes to show, to keep your finger on the pulse to what the most popular platforms are. And it has dropped, but that's not to say that you shouldn't be using it. So here are some of the demographics. 51% of users are female and 49% are male. More than half of the Instagram population of users are 34 years old or younger. India, Brazil, Indonesia, Russia are the top 4 countries in the world for the number of users. And Instagram reaches 140 million US users, but surprisingly, only 14% of the US adults haven't heard of Instagram. So that was surprising to me. That's quite a large percentage. 81% of people use Instagram to research products and services, which was also surprising. So it's fast becoming a shopping platform. So if the people are looking for products and services, they'll go to Instagram. And 50% of people have visited a website to make a purchase after seeing a product or service on Instagram. So Another reason why it's so important to have a website for your business that you can lead people to, whether it's to see your product or services or to get on your mailing list. Another surprising statistic, well, it probably doesn't surprise me, is 5% of US children under 12 use Instagram. And I'm using the US only because some of the sources where I got the statistics from are in the US, and I guess with such a large population, similar to most English-speaking countries around the world, they can be relatable to other similar countries. Only 1% of Instagram users use no other social media platforms. So again, you can go all in on one of any one of these platforms, but I would suggest not sticking to one. Even if you're not actively using all of the different social media platforms, it's best still to create profiles for them, and you can automate some of your posts to go to these platforms. The 5 countries that reach the highest percentage of the population are Brunei, Iceland, Turkey, Sweden, and Kuwait. So there's some target markets for you if your target market is in any of those countries. And the percentage of Instagram users by age are 13 to 17 with a really high 72%, 18 to 29 second at 67%, so quite a young population on Instagram. 30 to 49-year-olds at 47%, 50 to 64 at 23%, and over 65 at 8%. So there's still people right up to 65 years and older still using Instagram, but the percentage is quite low. And 90% of Instagram users follow a business. So you have to remember that a lot of people use Instagram for personal reasons, but this is interesting to note that 90% of them will still use it for making buying decisions. They'll follow businesses. So 90% is quite high. Some of the features. So we've got the regular feed post, which is what comes up in people's feed. And this can be a photo. It can be up to 10 photos in a carousel. It can be a meme, a quote, a video. Videos can only be 59 seconds or less. You can share a snippet of a reel, an IGTV, or a live in your feed. Stories are short 15-second videos to share an image, a video, a reel, an IGTV, or live. The other good thing with your feed post and your stories is that when you share them there, you can integrate with Facebook, so those posts are going straight to your Facebook account as well. Highlights is where you can save your stories to folders called highlights, and I'll talk about each of these features in a little bit more depth to explain what they all mean. Live is you go live speaking like I am now on Facebook. You can invite comments and have people join you on the live, and I've recently just heard you can now have yourself plus up to 3 other people on live. IGTV, it's like Instagram's answer to a YouTube channel to share how-tos, news, and other videos, and you can create a series. So it's a really good feature as well. And let's talk about the Instagram algorithm. What I read when I was preparing these notes was when we hear about algorithms, some of the social media algorithms, it's always best, instead of trying to fight it, but to go with it, to find out what they are sharing more of and just get in on that. So I like to share these tips. I keep my finger on the pulse with all of these social media platforms, and I share all these tips in my monthly newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for that, I'll share the link in my comments. But they're changing it all the time because I suppose they're trying to get more people to stay on their platform and increase their revenue with ads. So they're always changing the algorithm. But how it's working at the moment is Instagram looks at your past activity to gauge your potential interest. So they'll show you more of those posts based on your past activity. So Instagram wants to show you posts that are recent and consequently more relevant. Instagram's algorithm studies your past interactions to see which accounts you engage with most often and will show those posts. And it tries to show you the best posts since your last visit. So this is why it's always good. Like, you don't necessarily have to post 3 times a day, 7 days a week, but you need to be consistent so that if people are seeing your posts, they'll continue to see your posts. Like I said, embrace the latest features. Use what the platform has to offer. Vary your post types. That's highly recommended. So if you're just doing photos in your feed, try mixing it up with videos, sharing your reels, sharing your stories, sharing lives or IGTVs. Post at the best times for your business. So this can be found in your insights. You can check by day which are the more popular days and by time. Create a hashtag strategy relative to your business, including adding your own branded hashtags. And I highly recommend following your branded hashtag, because it would be good to see if people are actually using it. And focus on authentic engagement. So we see so many, doctored photos, filters applied, so many things. Rather be your authentic self and respond to comments, and Instagram will favor those posts more. So the first of one of the features is the Instagram feed, and these posts stay in your profile forever unless you permanently delete them. They are ideal for reaching a new audience. It's best if content is planned, so you have a clear structure of what you're going to be posting week in, week out, based on your business goals and your business pillars. Your feed represents you and your brand. Now, there's a lot of talk, or there has been a lot of talk about stylized feeds. When someone clicks on your profile and they look at your feed as a whole, they'll probably see the most recent 9 posts on the grid. They call that the grid. And so many people, especially photographers and designers and brand strategists, highly recommend having a feed that represents your brand colors and your fonts. All the images are perfectly styled. I'd say don't focus on that too much. If people are following you already, all they're seeing is that single post. They're not going to go and check out your feed. And if you're providing content that's of high value and it's interesting and people follow you, that's all that needs to matter. You don't need to focus too much on all these stylized photos. People can find you if they follow a hashtag you use in your caption. You can follow hashtags as well to see what people are posting on those hashtags. And create your caption with a hook to make people want to read more. So when I mean a hook, you really only have a short space in that on that first sentence in your caption to capture someone's attention, to make them want to read more. So what I tend to do is ask a question, or just create a short sentence like, life's tough, or are you ready to do this, or just something short and sweet that's going to capture someone's attention. They'll click on the post and then they'll read the entire post. Instagram stories. I love stories, and that was one of my biggest frustrations when I couldn't use the platform in the last couple of months, is I lost my ability to do some of these things on stories. But stories are images or videos, with videos being recorded in 15-second increments. So you can have a 3-minute story that's made up of 15-second increments. Not that you would probably go for 3 minutes in stories. You'd probably want to do a live or an IGTV for that, but it's really great for just popping in there, sharing some behind the scenes, capturing the moment, sharing your reels, sharing your lives, sharing your posts from your feed, or sharing posts from other people's feeds. And if you do share posts from other people's feeds, I highly recommend tagging them or mentioning them in your post, because people do appreciate that. And sometimes they'll even share that you've shared it. So it's a win-win. You're getting more exposure for your account. Instagram stories, though, only stay on your account for 24 hours unless you save them to your highlights. So if you're doing a quick tutorial or a quote or something you've made, save it to your highlights, and people can then, highlights are a bit like folders where people can click. If people are new to your account, they can click on a highlight to find out more about that particular topic. I highly recommend doing an About Me highlight, recording some stories about you, about what your business does. Instagram has so many different, Instagram stories has so many different tools, and they have engagement tools which encourage people to engage with your story. Tools like emotional sliders where you can use an emoji to get people's reactions. You can put polls in, ask questions, and you can tag your own products if you've got your shop, if you've got an online shop linked up to Instagram. You can add a location, mention other accounts. You can add the city location or the restaurant location, whatever it is. Add hashtags, and you can hide the hashtags too. So if you're using other people's branded hashtags and you don't want people to know that, you can hide them behind a picture or a GIF. You can add music, the time, temperature, stickers, GIFs, icons. There really is so much there to be quite creative in sharing your stories. So Instagram Live is, you can start a live broadcast to connect with your followers in real time. And once the live broadcast has ended, you can share a replay of it to your IGTV or access it in your live archive and download it. You can add other people to your live, and I don't know if it's been rolled out to everybody, but you can have up to 3 guests on your live. You can answer questions while you're going live. So people, you can encourage people, like you can have a live Q&A where people can ask you questions. As at March 2nd, live rooms were introduced, giving you the ability to go live on Instagram with up to 3 people. That's what it's called, live rooms. Previously, you could go live with only 1 other person in the stream, but now you can double up on your live broadcast. And the other good thing about live is that when you're going live, if people are following you and they have notifications turned on, it will pop up as a notification that you've just gone live. It will bump you up to the top of the Instagram stories circles at the very top of your Instagram page, of your followers' pages. Like I said, you can go live. Your account is bumped up to the front of your followers' stories feed and adds a live icon. And you can use it to host a Q&A session, launch or announce something new, take viewers behind the scenes, guest interviews, or just random interviews. So Reels is relatively new to Instagram, and they are 15 or 30-second videos with music, or you could just talk. You can add filters, text, or any other type of video content. It's basically Instagram's answer to TikTok, and they recently announced that they won't be sharing videos from TikTok. So if it's got the TikTok logo on it, they won't be showing them. It can be funny, it can be serious, it can be business related, behind the scenes, or create value-driven posts to teach people about your business. I get tired, I guess, a little bit of some of these voiceover type reels, and would rather see people or learn something from people when people share their tips. So I'm sure there are other people out there who appreciate that. I've tried doing the crazy dances, and I don't dance very well when I'm being recorded. Not that I dance very well at any time, but I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me, even though I am kind of like that sort of person. But if that's you, people love that. Just be your authentic self. Your reels can be shared to your feed and your stories as well. IGTV is Instagram's answer to YouTube. So you can see that Instagram, who is also owned by Facebook, is trying to create a one-stop platform. So it's got reels, it's got live, it's got YouTube, like a YouTube video type format. You can create videos to store on your account up to 10 minutes long. Create a series of videos. So if I wanted to do something like this marketing your business, I could do that. And I might upload all of my videos from these Facebook Lives to Instagram. They can be shared to your feed and on your stories, and they can be as little as 15 seconds long or up to 10 minutes long, but you probably wouldn't worry about it if it was 15 seconds. You'd just jump in and do a story. So your bio, this is a really important piece of real estate on your Instagram account. You don't have a lot of room to tell people about you, so it has to be short and concise to display who you are, what you do, and how you can help people. Your name could include what your account is about. So for me, Anne Murphy, business coach, or Jane Smith, cake maker. So if people are searching for cake makers or business coaches, hopefully my profile will come up. Add relevant hashtags, including branded hashtags. Mention any lead magnets. So if you've got a free download, you can mention that, and use emojis to point to say that you can download it in the link in your bio. Include a link to your website, preferably specifically curated landing page on your website, so you have control of where you want your visitors from Instagram to go. I highly recommend having this page on your website and not a third-party app like Linktree or Link in Bio, which is Later's application for having a link in bio. I believe Canva has a link in bio page that you can put on your website that's already been, you can style to match your branding and your colors, which is quite good. But always have it on your own website, because especially if you've got ads on your website, which is based on traffic to your website, and you want all the traffic to come to your website. If people are coming from Instagram, I can remember last year, I think it was, I had 10,000 people come within 1 week to my website. So those 10,000 people gave me quite a few dollars in ad revenue, rather than it going to Linktree first before people decided whether to come to my website or not. In your bio, you can include, or you should include, contact details like your email address, your phone number if you want people to phone you. Booking links Instagram is integrated with, for example, Acuity, so people can book a free 30-minute call with me straight from my Instagram account. Use emojis to highlight certain aspects of your account. Example, women, fingers pointing, happy, love, house, home, exercising, whatever your business is, and you can find basically an emoji that will suit, because I think it's maybe about 160 characters that you've got, or 140, I can't remember now, that you don't have many characters to write your bio in. So hashtags are really important on Instagram. They are an important tool to help people find you based on their interests and your business. People can follow hashtags like you can. Use all 30 if possible. You can have 30 hashtags per Instagram feed post. It's not absolutely necessary, but if you can use them, why not? use hashtags that have been used only between 5,000 times and up to 500,000 times. Otherwise, your posts won't get seen. I think the latest statistic still is the number one hashtag used is love, hashtag love. And with, I don't know, a couple 100 million or a couple billion times it's been used, you've got very limited chance of your post being seen. So go after hashtags that have only been used a maximum of 500,000 times. You can hide your hashtags in stories to help increase people seeing your stories. Use them in lives, IGTV and Reels. And research what hashtags your competitors are using. So just say your competitor has their own branded hashtag and you would like to try and attract some of their audience. You can use that hashtag in a story but hide it so that people can't see that you're doing it. I know it's a little bit shifty, but hey, we're all in business after all, and if you're not doing it, they probably will be. It's really important, as much as it's important to be posting on Instagram, a lot of how your account is seen, how often it's seen, is how you engage with your followers. So I really try, as much as I can schedule all my content, I still need to go into Instagram a couple of times a day to engage with my followers. So allow time in your day to like your account's posts and view their stories and reels. So your followers, I mean, if people comment on your posts, reply. Don't just give it a like, a comment, give a heartfelt response. Encourage a call to action in each of your feed posts, even if it's just to ask a question. So every time you post on your Instagram feed, it's not like buy this or book a call, but you're encouraging engagement by asking a question, a simple question like, what do you think? What would you do? Does this happen to you? Those kinds of things. And don't oversell in each post. Always lead with value first. And try every third or fourth post. Sorry, there's a spelling error there. Should be to visit your link in bio and take action, whether that's to book a call, sign up to a lead magnet, or just visit your website. And when they visit your website, they can see exactly where you want them to go, to sign up to a lead magnet, to visit your shop, to find out about your services. And as I said, Instagram is owned by Facebook, so it integrates well with it. You can manage your Instagram account in Facebook, so you can comment there, you can create posts there from Facebook. You can share your posts and stories to Facebook from Instagram, so you can set that up automatically so you don't have to do that manually each time. You can tag products from a shop created in your Facebook in your Instagram posts. And like I said from the outset, a lot of people are making purchasing decisions from Instagram now. So if you've got a shop, I highly recommend linking it up. Another contentious issue is how many times per day, per week to post. It should always be quality over quantity. Statistics say that 1.5 times per day, like how can you measure 1.5 times a day, but make sure you can keep up with the posting. So if you're going to schedule 7 posts per week, make sure you do that every week. If you can only do 4 a week, make sure you do 4 a week at those optimum times that people are looking at your account. And those statistics are available in your insights. Always schedule content using third-party apps like Facebook, Later, or Buffer. I use Later and I use Buffer for stories if I want to schedule a story. But I guess authentically, if it's coming from Facebook, it's not going to be penalized in any way. But then I've not heard that Instagram penalizes any of these other third-party apps. So there's no truth to those rumors. And just to be consistent. So that is it. for today's live, my weekly live. If you have any questions whatsoever about Instagram, about any of those features, please let me know. There's so many that you can have. It really is a good one-stop shop platform to use. But like if you looked at those demographic statistics in the beginning, if your audience are 65 years and over, 50 years and over, maybe it's not the best platform for you. Do your homework, use it, share to other platforms. Pinterest also is integrated with Instagram, so you can share any part of your reels, your posts, your stories, all to Pinterest as well. If you want to know anything about that, please drop me a line, post a message, post a comment, and ask away. So that's Instagram, and I'll be back next week with another platform or another marketing tool that will help you grow your business. And you can find out if this tool will be beneficial for your business. So until then, have a great week. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.